Yeah, so this is a little farewell ode to Andrew Lincoln Clutterbuck.
It's not the same on our set without him. Not to say that the show's not a hell of a lot better.
First off, you still owe me a surfboard, by the way.
You know, dude, it's just time. I mean, you never knew your lines. You never showed up on time.
I kicked your ass at ping pong and backgammon this year.
You thought that they were vampires. It took 3 years to convince you that they were zombies.
I'm gonna miss the strange sounds that he made that would come out of his mouth.
You really set the high watermark for sweating your brains out.
He doesn't return my calls nowadays, so I'm kind of happy he's gone. I honestly didn't know Andrew Lincoln was British.
I'll always remember Andrew Lincoln for having the deepest, most beautiful blue eyes I've ever seen on a human being in my life, just trying to pretend since I'm on camera that we don't hate each other.
I think that your hair has gone grayer than mine, so haha.
Everybody talks about how great of a guy he is, and that, honestly, he's better than that.
Everyone can come up with a different story and a different reason that Andrew Lincoln has impacted their life, and without him, this show wouldn't be what it is today.
I watched you, Andy, explode on the screen as an actor. As I sort of grew into my producing and directing and all this crazy stuff that I did, you were always right there.
He's one of my best friends, and he became one of my best friends in a very short amount of time. And I miss seeing him every morning, and I miss his Englishness.
I'm coming to England, and you're feeding me crumpets, and we're gonna have a party.
He's just an amazing man and someone I want to be when I grow up.
Still to this day, the very person that I try to emulate most when I come to work. I hope that I can be even a smidge as good as you, as a person and as an actor. So we love you.
I love the guy.
I love you.
Why'd you bring us here?
Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys.
Hey guys, today we're here to talk about our final thoughts before the Season 9 premiere of The Walking Dead, Sunday, October 7th.
That's right, so just give you our final thoughts and kind of some theories of how we think Rick probably will die, because we know that he probably will. There's been a ton of information that has been coming out. We figured we've done quite a bit. We'll leave it for now. You know, where the anticipation is growing, we just want to get in here and see it. So final thoughts for Season 9. We know that as we already know, Rick is leaving. Lauren Cohan's only in the first half. We are going to be getting the Whisperers before the end of the first half. We're going to be getting introduced to Alpha, supposedly. Norman Reedus has mentioned that there's going to be some big changes coming, possibly big deaths, but we're just super excited to get this started. I can't wait for the premiere for A New Beginning.
So initially, final thoughts. One final thought as you were actually talking about that was Lauren Cohan and her not being there. With that said, I don't think we're going to get too much of the hilltop, honestly, because you can't cut to the hilltop without Maggie being there.
Right. I mean, with some of the promos and the trailers, we've seen her there. We've seen Little Herschel.
That's probably in the first 6 episodes.
Probably.
And I said this before, just because she's signed on for 6 episodes doesn't mean that it is 1 through 6. It most likely is 1 through 8, simply because they film seasons half at a time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're currently in the process of filming 9B now, but the point is they won't be filming. They haven't already filmed 9B.
Right. So even if, when she does leave or whatnot, I'm sure we'd probably still see scenes. Basically, it'd be like she'd be giving her the leadership. I don't know how they're going to. I don't know why I just thought of that. Like, how are they going to do it?
They're not.
Jesus would be the most likely person to take over, but
they're not.
Yeah.
Because, she just had a baby. Well, not just had it, but during the time skip, she had a baby. So if you are replacing Lauren Cohan, as in giving her something to do, Maggie, the character, something to do in the show, so that you don't have to show her on screen, because they're not getting rid of the character they are Rick Grimes.
No.
Maggie is still a character in The Walking Dead. She's still going to remain in the show. But with that said, the actor is not going to be there to portray her, so you have to do something with that character to show that, hey, she's not going to be around, or just pull a complete Heath and have her disappear for half of a season,
Right.
or more.
Right. So it depends on like how they spread her out in the 6 episodes that she's going to be in. So, when we see those other episodes, we're wondering what she's doing, but it's not going to be like,
I don't think
what
we'll
is she
see her
doing?
at all in the second half of season 9 at all. Is what I'm saying, because they've already filmed season 9A, obviously.
Yeah, they filmed the first half.
And I don't think we're gonna get to see Maggie at all in the second half.
So yeah, it depends on what they're going to do with the Hilltop, and
Yeah.
maybe they'll, it won't be much at the Hilltop anyway because they're going to be doing other things closer
Think
to
Heath is gonna return?
Alexandria. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard any news about it. I honestly don't think he will.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see Heath at all.
We do get, and I think we've talked about this, but it seems like Daryl is running the sanctuary. He's in charge of the sanctuary.
He's in charge of the
At least
sanctuary.
it looks like it.
It seems like it is, and that little teaser or
spoiler alert,
teaser. Whatever.
There was another clip released of essentially what it was Rick Grimes visiting the sanctuary for the first time since the war.
It's called Rick Grimes is Here.
Yep, and it was really cool because here's Daryl giving a report, I think, to Rick Grimes, or
no, it was Eugene was coming in and giving a report to Daryl.
That's right.
And then Laura comes in and says, "You need to tell everybody." And I think it was at the beginning of one of our previous videos, but Daryl didn't want to stand up on a stage like him, meaning
like
Negan.
yeah.
But and so Michonne sees writing on the wall, "Saviors, Negan save us."
Save us, yeah.
And
we're still Negan.
She asks Daryl, "Does this happen often?" And he says, "It's been happening often more that the crops are dying." So the sanctuary is not doing well. Their crops aren't doing well. So people are starting to get, pissed off, nervous, thinking that, if Negan was here, we'd be doing better. Things like that.
What was really cool about that scene is the reaction to Rick Grimes. I loved it.
Yeah.
He walked in that place like it was a celebrity. Everyone was whispering under their breath, "There's Rick Grimes.
He's the one that stopped the war.
He's the one that stopped the war." So he's famous amongst all the communities.
Yep.
So that means that, and we'll go right into it, his death is going to mean something to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, we are going to reference a comicbook.com article.
Yep, this was done late September, so
take that for what it's worth.
Yeah. So they've been actually doing pretty well lately. Yeah. But there are some theories from this one columnist who how Rick Grimes died. So there's 5 options.
Should we read them?
Yeah, we'll read them. So number 1 option, the Whisperers. He kind of says, however, this would be good. This would be reminiscent to Negan's introduction to season premiere. The villain was immediately established, blah, blah, blah. A sudden reveal of Rick's head on a pike probably wouldn't do well. I don't think it would give a spirit to, Andrew Lincoln's departure, having his head on a pike to show what was going down. That to me, Whisperer is going to kill him. No.
To me, a Whisperer killing him, especially the spike, his head on a spike, would be a huge, I'm just going to say it, fuck you to the fans.
Oh, yeah.
I truly think that too.
Some would,
especially to the comic book.
Right. It would be a crazy way for him to go out, but it wouldn't be the proper way for Rick Grimes to go out.
Hell no.
No, definitely not.
Hell no.
Yeah.
So you survived all those villains, and now you're going to let some rando villain like kidnap you?
Yeah.
Come on, you're Rick Grimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the next one is Bitten. Providing Rick with a send-off via a walker bite would be fitting for the series, though. Not only would an episode be able to take the time to honor his journey, meaning the time that it takes for him to turn, and honoring him during that time frame, kind of like they did with Carl, with moments like Shane's return.
Because Shane's going to be making a cameo in this. So,
but give Rick an opportunity to speak his last words, leaving a legacy on the show and the characters who survive him. So
I could see him possibly getting.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. It's an interesting way if he does get bit. Yes, it's going to take time for him to turn. He's going to be reflecting on everything.
There's another key aspect to that, and one that's actually not mentioned in the other Rick gone theories, and that is being wounded, not fatally wounded. Well, not bitten, but fatally wounded. Is it?
Yeah, in the 4th option. Yeah, but it's all right. We'll get there.
I obviously didn't read the article.
But the bitten part, it kind of like, he's going to be dying, because why would they bring Shane back? Because he's already dead. He's going to have some type of vision of Shane. So having him being bitten could work. He could see flashes of Shane, flashes of Lori, flashes of Carl. Who knows? But
they did that with what the heck is Tyrese?
Tyrese. Yep. So it could be interesting that way. The third one, which
highly
unlikely, Daryl or Maggie. We know that Rick didn't back down from, he didn't want to kill Negan. He saved his life. Daryl and Maggie, there's going to be some tension with them in this first half of the season. And would they kill Rick for that? No, definitely not. So, but, maybe tensions could arise where they get in some type of fight and something happens to Rick. He gets injured, or there's walkers around, and would you say that they'd accidentally bump him into a walker? Like, no. I mean, that would just be treason. I mean, that would be...
especially with what we just said, how he has kind of garnered the respect from all communities as being this, just iconic figure of the modern apocalypse. I highly doubt that killing him would probably do any good for you, because at this point everybody loves him and adores him. Mm-hmm. At least that's what we've seen from the quick shots. And to have someone like Daryl or Maggie, his own people, kill him just doesn't make sense for the story.
No, it wouldn't.
And especially Daryl, and I've said this in a previous video, is Norman Reedus was paid $20 million to be the lead character. What we think is going to be the lead character of the show. Have him kill Rick Grimes and see how well that's going to do.
That's not going to be going well.
No,
it wouldn't do well.
You're going to lose half of your fan base.
Yeah. So, the fourth one is the injury that we were talking about on the bridge. In the season 9 trailer, we've seen Rick kind of looking injured at the bridge. Whether this is the fallout from the argument with the other survivors, possible remaining saviors, the Whisperers arrive, or Rick gets injured just building it and he dies.
Oh, that would be stupid.
He's hoping to build up the communities, but ends up dying during its downfall. So that would be interesting. I mean, it's possible, because we've seen him injured and he looks gravely injured. He's bleeding out, walking. Now we don't know if he's walking back towards the bridge, is what we're led to believe from the trailer. Could have been cut that way, but he is sitting down, holding his side, and you've seen the trailer. They're running past him and towards him. So that's a possibility. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I'm more of a fan of him. I don't know. I'm more of a fan of the last one, actually, that we're going to go over. But
yeah.
I really don't want to see him. I am torn. I really am. It's like at one point, I don't want to see him get bitten, because that's the road that Carl went. You're going to have your son die of that. Now you're going to die of that. But there's been so many people that have died from that.
Right.
And then on the other hand, I don't want to see him get fatally injured and die, because this is Rick Grimes, and it just doesn't happen to a person like him.
It's gonna happen. So there's no other way, except for hopefully the last way, which you guys have. We've said it so many times, and we loved your comments.
Doesn't.
It probably won't happen, but the last option, he doesn't. So basically what this columnist was talking about is it's possible Rick goes away of Heath from The Walking Dead, or Daniel, or Kalteka from the Fear the Walking Dead, Walker. Something happens and it's over. We don't see him again. We're led to believe he's possibly alive. We're told that, Daniel Salazar from Fear the Walking Dead's alive. Heath is still alive. Is that possible? Maybe. Is, Jadis going to take him away in the helicopter back to the Commonwealth? No idea.
Man,
so
wouldn't it be awesome if he went back to the prison to go to the gravesite of Lori? I don't know. Something cool like that. I mentioned going back to his house in
the house would make more sense more in the prison. There's a crap ton of walkers.
Well, it's been 3 years almost.
He's going to go, so? He's not going to do it by himself. But we're led to believe that. No.
But I just think it'd be cool. It doesn't fit and make any sense to the story, but I'm just pulling at straws here and wanting something cool of maybe him going back to the prison to visit Laurie's grave.
Well, one of the last things that the columnist mentioned is having him kind of leave in a way of, being, as in a way of Heath did. Walking Dead and AMC are planning on doing a major expansion, so maybe they can leave the door open for him to come back
to return and reprise the role
in a movie, in another side story, whatever. Who knows? But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's going to be.
Well, didn't we hear that there was going to be some really big news coming up for the Walking Dead franchise?
Yeah, Scott Gimple mentioned it on Talking Dead of Fear the Walking Dead's finale, and he said that there's going to be a big announcement coming. Don't know what it is, but it's part of Scott Gimple's announcement, so that's going to be an expansion of what they're wanting to do. So we'll have to see. I don't think it's anything that has to do with Rick Grimes. I think it's going to be like
probably another mini series,
a movie that they're working on, and a side story maybe of Negan, the governor, Michonne, Glenn, who knows, but something like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think that's it.
That's it.
I mean, not too much more, guys.
Let
honestly,
us know.
I think we're just ready for Sunday.
We're ready. Let us know how you think he will die. I think it's probably going to be kind of number 2 or number 4. He's going to either be bitten by a walker or he's going to get gravely injured fighting, and that's how he'll
Life flighted.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts, guys. We are absolutely excited for the premiere, and stay tuned for Tuesday for our normal reviews. I haven't talked to Josh about this yet, but was kind of thinking maybe we could change things up for our predictions videos. Because normally, how you guys know we do our predictions, we'll still watch the next episode, but maybe we can turn it into more of like a Q&A predictions video. Yeah. Maybe get Q&A from you guys, and we'll have maybe do Q&As for ourselves, so we can kind of just maybe do a Q&A, see how it works.
That'd be pretty cool to in the next video, in the review video, put Q&A questions for the predictions video. Yeah, I think that would be good
for the next episode.
So yes, we will definitely do that, guys. Stay tuned for our first review of The Walking Dead.
Season 9!
Yes.
A new beginning.
Yes, we are ready. So, please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Follow us at NocBro Nation on Facebook and Twitter.
And thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.